Alright, so, in football, everyone loves pace, right? The sprinters, the wingers, flying down the line. Feels like speed is everything. But then, there are players who looked like they were running in mud. Honestly, sometimes you'd watch them and think, how are they even keeping up? But here's the thing, these guys didn't need pace. They had vision, touch, intelligence. They controlled games without ever breaking into a sprint. It's almost like their lack of speed made them even more unique. So today, we're counting down the top 5 players who looked way too slow to be world class, but actually were. Trust me, some of these guys made walking football look like an art form. So Berbatov was honestly hilarious to watch sometimes, because he looked like he was playing at half speed. Like everyone else is sprinting, pressing, sweating, and Berbatov's just strolling around, barely breaking a jog. But that was the beauty of it. His touch was outrageous, maybe one of the best in Premier League history. He could kill a ball dead with one step, set up a teammate with a flick, or just curl it into the corner without even looking rushed. At Spurs, United, even Fulham, he made the game move at his pace. Slow? Yeah. Lazy? Maybe. World class? Absolutely. Now, if there was ever a player who made slowness look cool, it was Riquelme. Honestly, sometimes it looked like he was standing still while everyone else was sprinting around him. Defenders would charge at him, and he'd just roll the ball, swivel his hips, and suddenly he had all the space in the world. He wasn't quick, he wasn't strong, but his vision, unreal. At Villarreal, he took them all the way to a Champions League semi-final just by pulling strings. With Argentina, he was the heartbeat of the midfield. Riquelme proved you don't need speed when you've got that level of elegance. He turned walking football into an art form. Pirlo was the definition of elegance without pace. I mean, he couldn't sprint if his life depended on it. Genuinely one of the slowest players you'll ever see. But the ball at his feet, that changed everything. From deep in midfield, he controlled entire matches with just his brain and his passing boots. Long diagonals, pinpoint through balls, free kicks curled into the top corner, he made it look effortless. At Milan, at Juve, even with Italy, he proved you don't need speed when you've got vision. Pirlo didn't run the game, he walked it, and still came out on top. Alonso looked like he had lead boots on half the time. Seriously, if you judged him by sprint speed, he wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes in the Premier League. But that didn't matter. What made him world class was his brain. His passing range was ridiculous, from 40-yard switches to inch-perfect through balls. At Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern, he wasn't running past anyone, but he was always 2 steps ahead with positioning and vision. And now, as a manager, you can see it too. That same calm, that same ability to control the game without ever breaking into a sprint. Slow feet, fast mind. If there was ever a player who proved speed isn't everything, it's Busquets. He looked slow, almost awkward at times. No pace, no tricks, no flashy dribbles. Honestly, if you saw him warming up, you'd never guess he was world class. But on the pitch, he was the heartbeat of Barcelona and Spain. His positioning, his ability to read the game, the way he'd take the ball under pressure and just glide out of trouble with one touch. He didn't need to sprint, he made everyone else do the running. World Cup, Euros, Champions Leagues, La Liga after La Liga. Busquets quietly built one of the most decorated careers ever, all while looking like the slowest guy on the pitch. Of course, there are plenty of other players who thrived without pace. Cesc Fabregas, who wasn't quick but picked teams apart with his passing brain. Toni Kroos, another one who looked like he was jogging but controlled Champions League finals with ease. And Jorginho, slow as anything, yet brilliant at recycling possession and dictating tempo in midfield. They might not have made the main list, but they all proved that in football, you don't need speed when you've got intelligence. And that's the list. 5 players who showed you don't need pace to be elite. From Pirlo's elegance to Busquets' brain, these guys prove football isn't just about speed, it's about control. I'm Ranking Reporter, dropping new videos daily, so make sure to like, subscribe and comment which slow but world-class player you'd add to the list.